Have you ever felt like the internet isn't what it used to be? Like the content feels repetitive, or the discussions seem to lack real human interaction? You're not alone. In recent years, a strange and unsettling theory has emerged called the dead internet theory. And today we're going to explore what it's all about. The dead internet theory suggests that most of the content you see online today is not created by humans, but by artificial intelligence, bots, or even automated systems. According to this theory, the internet as we knew it has slowly been replaced by a web of fake, algorithmically generated content. But how did this theory come to be, and what does it mean for our experience of the digital world? Let's go back a bit. The internet, in its early days, felt like a space of boundless creativity, where you could stumble upon quirky personal blogs, niche forums, and random yet fascinating content. Real people seemed to be behind every post, every comment, and every interaction. But over time, something changed. It became harder to find this kind of unique, user-generated content. Instead, most platforms are now dominated by big corporations, and the conversations that happen online often feel staged or artificially curated. According to the dead internet theory, this shift wasn't accidental. Proponents of the theory argue that somewhere around 2016 or 2017, the internet started to die. It didn't literally shut down, but it became something very different. Large tech companies allegedly began using advanced AI to flood the internet with bot-generated content. The aim? To control narratives, manipulate public opinion, and most importantly, maximize profit. Let's dive into the mechanics of this theory a bit more. One of the core ideas is that the internet is no longer an open space for people to express their ideas freely. Instead, it's a carefully controlled environment where bots and AI are used to shape public discourse. You might have noticed how social media feels different now. Platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram are filled with content that's designed to keep you hooked, scrolling endlessly. But what if the majority of that content isn't even being created by humans? Think about it. Social media bots are not a new phenomenon. We've known about their existence for years, especially when it comes to political manipulation. Back during the 2016 US presidential election, there were countless reports about bots spreading misinformation and influencing voters. In fact, some estimates suggest that as much as 15% of all Twitter accounts are actually bots. That's tens of millions of fake users engaging with real people every day. And it's not just Twitter. Across all platforms, bots are a common presence. On Instagram, they boost follow accounts. On Facebook, they post comments. And on Reddit, they can sway entire conversations. If this theory is correct, we could be interacting with bots far more often than we realize. Proponents of the dead internet theory argue that the issue goes beyond just the existence of bots. The theory claims that a large portion of the actual content on the internet, whether it's blog posts, news articles, videos, or social media updates, isn't even written by humans anymore. Instead, algorithms are generating it based on what's trending or what will engage users the most. This leads us to another key aspect: content homogeneity. Have you noticed that the internet has started to feel a bit repetitive? The same memes, the same types of articles, the same jokes, all circulating in an endless loop? Supporters of this theory argue that this is because much of what we see online is created by automated systems rather than people. These systems are optimized to push out content that is designed to maximize engagement, but not necessarily to be original or thought-provoking. This content often follows predictable patterns. For example, think about all the clickbait articles you see on your news feed. You won't believe what happened next, or 10 shocking things you didn't know. These headlines are generated not because a human journalist found something fascinating, but because algorithms know they will get clicks. Another piece of evidence that supporters of this theory point to is the decline of small, independent websites. Back in the early days of the internet, it was common to find personal blogs or niche websites with unique perspectives. Today, it feels like most of the internet is controlled by just a few giant corporations. Google, Facebook, Amazon, and a handful of others dominate the landscape. Their algorithms decide what content gets seen and what gets buried, meaning that the diversity of online voices has dramatically decreased. Let's not forget about the role of artificial intelligence itself. AI has advanced to the point where it can write articles, generate social media posts, create art, and even produce music. In fact, some companies are now using AI to create content farms, websites that churn out massive amounts of articles or videos with minimal human input. These AI-generated pieces of content are often designed to exploit trends or target specific keywords in order to rank higher in search engines. But AI isn't just generating written content. With the rise of deepfake technology, we're also seeing AI-generated videos and audio that are becoming increasingly convincing. Imagine a world where even the videos you watch online are produced by machines, not humans. That's exactly what the dead internet theory warns about. A future where almost everything we see and hear online is fabricated by AI. Now you might be wondering, why would anyone want to replace real human interaction and creativity with bots and automated content? The answer, according to the theory, is profit. Large tech companies are incentivized to keep you online for as long as possible. The more time you spend on their platforms, the more ads they can show you, and the more data they can collect about your behavior. By flooding the internet with algorithmically generated content, they ensure there's always something to keep you engaged, even if it's just mindless scrolling. This brings us to the psychological effects of the dead internet. If we are indeed spending most of our time online interacting with bots or engaging with AI-generated content, what does that do to our sense of reality? The lines between what is real and what is fake become blurred, and it can lead to a sense of alienation. Many people report feeling more disconnected, lonely, or even paranoid after spending too much time online. In a world where so much of our communication happens on the internet, this could have profound social consequences. If the dead internet theory is true, it means that we're becoming more and more isolated from real human connection, even though it feels like we're more connected than ever before. And that's a disturbing thought. Of course, it's important to acknowledge that the dead internet theory is just a theory. There's no concrete proof that the majority of the internet is being run by bots or AI. Most of the claims are speculative, based on personal experiences, observations, and patterns. But the theory taps into something many people feel, that the internet has lost some of its humanity. So what do we make of this? Whether or not the dead internet theory is true, it raises important questions about the direction the internet is heading. As AI continues to evolve and as large corporations gain more control over the digital space, we need to be more mindful of how our online interactions are being shaped. At the end of the day, the internet is still a tool that connects billions of people across the globe, but it's also a tool that can be manipulated by those who control it. Whether we're engaging with real people or bots, it's important to be aware of the systems behind the content we consume. So what do you think? Is the internet really dead, or is there more human interaction out there than we realize? Let me know in the comments below, and let's keep the discussion going. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into intriguing theories and ideas. See you next time.